Since we've moved to California, I've gone ahead and put this bikini top on my LJ over here. Driving around with the Jeep open and the wind in your hair has been absolutely awesome, and we've really enjoyed this good weather. If you haven't put a bikini top on your Jeep, you should really go and try it out. It's highly recommended. One challenge that I have found with the bikini top is, however, all of my recovery gear and tools which I keep in the back there. I am not able to park my Jeep anywhere because I am pretty sure that they're going to be stolen. In addition, we've used our old LJ to explore Daniel Boone Backcountry Byway a few years ago. That was a great trip, but we really struggled to load all of our camping equipment and ended up having to use a basket on the tow hitch. Since then, we've mainly used the LJ for day trips, like the Alabama 601 and 602. The Jeep is perfect for those shorter trips, as we don't have to load or carry as much gear. Next weekend, we're heading off to go overlanding and camping in the Sierra Nevadas. And once again, the question is, how do we load all of our gear? As a first step to secure our gear while we overland, I've decided to install a rear drawer system. Today I'm going to walk you through the installation. One thing just to take note of is that the drawer manufacturer clearly point out that they fit best in the Wrangler Unlimited, or LJ as we know it. The challenge with the regular TJ is that there's not enough space from the rear seats to the back door over there, and so the drawers can't fit in there. If you do want to install them on the TJ, then what the manufacturer recommends is that you actually remove your rear seats over there, and then your drawers will take up that space. So hopefully once we've got this installed, we'll have a flat surface at the back here where we can add other crates on, and maybe even make our Earl Grey tea over here. Alright, so before we get started, I just decided to install this panel over here because we need to access the bolts that hold the roll bar on over here. So what I can see from this is that I'm going to need to make a plan to open up the carpet over here, and I will need to cut the carpet slightly there in order to get that bolt back in over there. Now the instructions say that you need to remove the safety belt mounting, and the only way that I can see to do that is through this hole over here, and at the back there's a Torx head over there that we'll get to. And at the same time we need to remove the bolt that holds the roll cage. Now getting this carpet out can be quite tricky. You just need to pull it hard enough that you can get to it, but over there you can see the bolt that needs to be removed. So I'm going to go ahead, grab my Torx heads and remove both the safety belt and that bolt from both sides of the Jeep. So you may notice that I undid this bolt which holds the safety belt in there, but then I did struggle to get this safety belt mounting off just a little bit. And what you will see is that right inside of here is this little tab, and in order to get this tab loose you need to lift it up and then slide it out the slot. So on installation the tab is going to go through the slot and slide down over there, but to get it out you need to just raise this slightly so that you can release this little tab over here. Another thing to note is that this safety belt started rolling up inside of this housing, and I'm struggling to get it to release. You'll see that it keeps catching on the safety belt latch. So before I do the other side, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull the safety belt out as far as I can get it, and then I will tie the safety belt to the front seat over here. That will give me some extra length, and then when I reinstall it can just wind it back in on the seat belt retractor. Right, when we do final assembly, I'm going to need to reinstall this bolt that holds the roll cage through around about there. So what I've gone ahead and done is found the center of the hole and marked where the center of the hole is, and I'm just going to grab my X-Acto knife now and just cut this carpet to give me access to the center, which is about there. Right, so with the carpet now trimmed, I'll be able to reinstall this bolt back into the threaded section there to hold down the roll cage. Now I will also just note that the manufacturer of the drawers has provided a longer bolt to use over here, and that will allow us to cinch all of this down. So after doing the other side, I now know what needs to happen. I need to pull out the safety belt, anchor it, remove that bolt, lift this up to release the tang, and then I'll be able to gain access to this bolt, and I'll trim the carpet the same as what I did on the other side. So let me get that done quickly, and then we can get on to the next step. So the last two bolts that we need to remove are the seat belt retaining bolts, this one over here and this one over here on this side, and the shelf will come in over there and actually mount off those locations. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and pop those two out. Alright, so on the drawers itself, the first thing that we need to do is install this handle over here. Now, I've decided to add these large washers at the back when I'm installing it, just to spread the load so that it's not concentrated just around these holes. The second thing is how to open this drawers. Usually we have side plates that hold the drawers over here, so the center section will slide in and out. But as it's standing right now, the only way to open is actually to push this and then slide the top back. So it's a little tricky, but it isn't too bad. You can slide it open, and then we're going to go ahead and install this handle over here. The next thing that we need to do is to completely remove the drawers from the top shelf over there. In order to do that, we have to take this little tab over here, and we've got to slide it all the way down until it's completely depressed, and then you'll see that the slider moves backwards slightly. When it does that, it'll be able to slide off like that, and then we'll be able to fully remove the drawers to the back. I'm going to go and do the same on the other side. Right, so now we've got the drawer fully removed from the shelf section. We're going to go in ahead and take the side plates over there and attach them to the sides of the shelf. So the installation of this drawer allows for the drawer to be installed at various heights using those slots that you can see over there. Now at the lowest point, the bottom of the drawer is right near the bottom of the Jeep, and at the highest point we have approximately 4 inches, about that much space, that the drawers will be away from the floor. Now I've decided to install this at the highest point, with the reason being that you inevitably will have some flat items that you need to store. I'm thinking of chopping boards, a barbecue or braai grid, and any other flat items that you need to hide away. The installation manual actually mentions possibly putting your windows when you have a soft top underneath here. So I'm going to go ahead and install these bolts in this position, which is the highest position, and then prepare to install the drawers into the Jeep. Right, so we've just roughly put it in position for now, just to see how it all fits. You'll see we've got slight clearance to our seat at the back there. When the seat is back, the bolt holes line up over here with the roll cage. There's bolts in front that we can't get to, and then we can more or less measure the bottom of the drawers, which will be about 11 inches. So we'll have a fairly nice big gap underneath there to put all of our flat objects in. So I'm fairly happy with this. I'm going to go ahead now and then install the bolts that go in there and at the front, so that we can secure this frame to the Jeep. Right, so I've installed the frame, bolted it down. The safety belts are reinstalled over there. So what I've done next is to slide these sliders out, and I'm going to pick up the drawer now and slide the corresponding part back in here, and hopefully just slide the drawer back into its place. Right, there it is installed. So that is going to help us hugely while we are overlanding. We'll be able to pack all of our stuff in here, and then when we're in the city we'll be able to lock this and be sure that nothing will be stolen out of there. We've got a really huge amount of space underneath here, so this is going to be great for all of our flat objects that we can slide and pack underneath here. So really happy with that. That wasn't too bad, didn't take too long to get that installed. I'm going to go ahead now and just finish wrapping up all the last things that I need to get done, and then tidy up and clean up the garage. So we finished doing this installation of these drawers. You'll see that if I open up here at the back, the drawers slide out very, very easily, and we've already got the stuff that was in the back of the Jeep installed over there. They slide even though the Jeep is standing at a bit of a slope without any issues, and everything closes together. It's really tight here at the back of the seats, but we still have our seats at the back. So overall, a good install. I'm very happy with that and can't wait to start using it in the near future.
They'll try to kick you while you're down. They want to rise up while you drown. They want to fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.